If I'm gonna tell it, then I gotta tell it all. Damn near bled when I got inside my drawers. Greetings, everyone, and welcome back to another crazy, traumatizing episode of Surviving Usher's Confessions. We are surviving Usher's Confessions, and Usher, I'm not playing with you. I'm talking about you and the skates. You and in the Super Bowl halftime skates, we're gonna have to talk, dude. I'm gonna need a real live confession, Usher. Salute to everybody coming in the building. I need you guys to smash that like button soon as y'all come in the building, and I need you guys to help me out with this. We are going to need a third confession from Usher. Usher, I can't take it no more, dude. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I mean? If I'm gonna tell it, then I'm gonna tell it all. Damn near bled inside my drawers. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but these are my confessions. Salute to everybody coming in the building. Tough love in the building. We are surviving Usher's confessions. Now, I know there's going to be a lot of people. This is what you got to remember. If you're going to speak about Usher, you have to understand Usher did a phenomenal job at the Super Bowl. Usher killed it. I don't care. Usher, the skates, the Alicia Keys butt rub. Usher did it. You got to give it to him. And Usher, if you're watching this, dude, congratulations on your wedding. Congratulations on your marriage, Usher, because we love you over here on my channel. We love you, goddammit. You know what I mean? And we don't got nothing against whatever happened to you as a kid, Usher. You know what I mean? If I'm gonna tell it, then I gotta tell it all. Damn near bled inside my drawers. You gotta tell it all, Usher. You said when you gave your confessions that you were going to confess everything, goddammit. You know what I mean? Salute to Gene Deal, guys. We got to give it up to Gene Deal, Diddy Glover's ex-bodyguard. Gene Deal is not nothing to play with, guys. You got to understand, I be kind of nervous to react to Gene Deal, because Gene Deal cursed me out before. You know what I mean? And that is not like a guy like Gene Deal. Like, I still watch him up to this day. I watch his show all the time. This man was actually there. Gene Deal is the only, to me, well, I ain't going to say only, you know what I mean? But Gene Deal was one of Diddy's bodyguards that checked him, that really put Diddy Glover in his place. You know what I mean? Didn't matter how much money Diddy Glover had or nothing, or the fact that Gene worked for him. Gene Deal didn't let no fuck shit happen around him. And this is true. You know what I mean? During survival. I was surviving Gene Deal one time, guys. I swear to God, I did a video with Gene Deal. Gene Deal wanted to kick my ass. The one thing, I can't make this shit up, but Gene Deal, like I said, he's like 6 foot something tall. I'm thinking in my mind, I'm like, Gene, do you understand? If I saw you in person, I'm going to run. I'm not going to pretend to be no motherfucking gangster. I'm going to haul ass the moment I see your big tall self. I'm running. God damn it. Soon as I said, oh, that's Gene Deal. Oh, I got to get I'm going the other way. You know what I mean? First, I might burst out in the karate stance. I might try, because y'all know I was a burgundy belt. So I might try my karate move. But if I don't feel confident enough, Gene, I'm going to haul ass. And that is my confession. I'm not sitting there trying to prove I'm no goddamn gangster. I'm a diabetic. I think differently. I am a diabetic, Gene, and I got asthma. Can you hear it in my voice? And I ain't got time to try to be doing no motherfucking fighting, and I know I'm a type 2 diabetic. You know what I'm saying? You got to think different when you a diabetic. You got to turn that gangster off. Hold on, time out. My sugar might be too motherfucking high to be trying to fuck with a motherfucker. And these are the sugar-free. You see that? This 0 sugar. So for the people that say, oh, Jamil, you a diabetic, but why you drinking that motherfucker? Well, it's sugar-free, goddammit. These are the diabetic monsters. These are the diabetic ones for diabetes motherfuckers like me. You know what I mean? Shout out to Boosie. He know all about the diabetes. You know what I mean? But listen, guys, Gene Deal, like all jokes aside, has been calling shit out for years. And all of these things with Diddy Glover that Gene Deal said, and all the things that he done witnessed, the behavior, all the shit that's coming out about Diddy Glover, Gene Deal been talking about it years ago. You know what I'm saying? And now all of it's coming out. And Gene Deal said on the Art of Dialogue, shout out to the Art of Dialogue, he mentioned Usher getting put in the hospital. He didn't say by what. He said ask Usher and ask Usher's mother. Ask Usher to make a confession on what did you get put in the hospital for. Diddy Glover put you in the hospital, dude? Only thing I could take from that, guys, was Usher was young and he had something going inside of him for his little young age that, you know, that his cheeks must have got clapped or his cherry got popped. Diddy Glover must have broke Usher's virginity. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because the way that Usher takes up for Diddy Glover, it seems as though, because you know how when somebody allegedly, like if you're a victim and how they look at the victimizer, like they still got like love for them when they get older, it's some shit where Usher will not take Diddy down. He, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if he want to go to his grave with the shit or what. You know what I mean? I know his wife and people close to Usher got to know if something allegedly happened, they know, but they're not going to say nothing. So we must not make fun of Usher if he got his cheeks clapped and his cherry popped. You know what I mean? His virginity broke by Diddy Glover because he was a kid. If this allegedly happened. So we can't, you know what I mean? We can't make fun. We can't make fun. We already know about all the rumors that Diddy Glover allegedly gave him herpes. You know what I mean? And Usher was on his skates having an outbreak, but still moving around while he was having an outbreak on the skates. We can't make fun of that if that allegedly really happened. This is pure survival at this point. You know what I mean? When we're surviving Diddy Glover. You know, but Gene Deal exposed something that nobody ever heard. So allegedly, people telling me, allegedly on Instagram, they saying that Usher wants to sue Gene Deal, Diddy Glover's ex-bodyguard, for exposing him getting put in the hospital. And Gene Deal never said what happened to you, Usher. So this is a sign of guilt. You know what I mean? Now, I don't know if you actually said it or not, or if it's your fans saying that, oh, he should sue Gene Deal. But Gene Deal never got into detail. But he been saying that, Usher, you knew some shit about Diddy Glover. And you told Howard Stern that you wouldn't send your kids to Diddy's camp. You wouldn't send your kid to Diddy's camp. So you know the horrific things that Diddy Glover is capable of. I don't know if you still scared of the man. I don't know what it is, Usher, but I'm going to need a confession. Surviving the fact that I'm going to need a confession. You know what I mean? Because if you're going to tell it, then you're going to have to tell it all, Usher. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to have to tell it all because you ain't said nothing yet. You got up on, just like Gene Deal said, you got on Club Shay Shay and started talking about how Jay-Z and you and y'all used to be a rap group and was going to be a rap group. It's like you won't say nothing about the motherfucker. You know what I mean? What happened to this? Usher, two of my... If I'm gonna tell it, then I gotta tell it all. Damn near cried when I got that phone call. I don't know. Ooh, but I keep part two of my confession. This gonna be the hardest thing you ever had to do, right? I get that. It's gonna be the hardest thing you're gonna have to do, Usher. I'm hearing it in the music. You're confessing slowly but surely, but you need to come out and just tell us, dude. We are going to be on your side. Do you understand that, Usher? Do you understand how much your fan base will go up if you tell everybody, listen, oh yes, Usher, yeah, Diddy Glover slapped my cheeks when I was young when we was fighting over cereal. I didn't know. I was a kid. You know what I mean? So I said, fuck it. Let me take Justin Bieber over there. You know what I mean? If Justin Bieber let Diddy Glover hit it, Diddy will get him a car. So we already know, Usher, so it's okay. You know what I mean? This is pure survival at this point. You know what I mean? So, but getting mad at Gene Deal when Gene Deal is just trying to help you and trying to protect you, dude. It's too many motherfuckers coming out now, Usher. And you used to hang out with that dude and fight over cereal and have pajama parties. So we know what you did last summer. Surviving the fact that we know what you did last summer. So it's okay, Usher. It did not stop you. The way you was moving on the motherfucking skates, dude. I wanted to go get me a set of rollerblades. I said, fuck it. If Usher can move like that, and I ain't gonna lie to you, Usher, I'm a diabetic. I gotta think before I get on skates. I got to think and make sure, okay, was I eating healthy this week? Is this a good idea for me to get on these motherfucking skates? You know what I'm saying? It's pure survival over here, Usher. But you still can get on skates and move the motherfucker around like that and do a phenomenal ass goddamn iconic performance. So Diddy Glover did not like stop your talent. I don't know what you sitting there afraid of or what you feel like you still owe this man. Everybody's giving up on Diddy Glover. You might as well give in. Everybody already giving up on that motherfucker. What are you still holding on to his nutsack for? You got a whole wife now, Usher. We don't give a damn what you did last summer. You know what I'm talking about? This is pure survival at this point. This is pure survival. You know what I mean? I'm surviving Diddy Glover, so I had to go get me a nice little gift during survival. I said, you know what, Jamil? You got to treat yourself. I took myself to the goddamn masseuse, and I was surviving Diddy Glover. I was so afraid to turn my back. You know what I mean? Japanese lady said, sit down, Jamil. Sit down. I'm trying to fix your back during survival. During survival, I had to go get my back and my fucking legs and shit done. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't want to turn my back because I didn't know if Diddy Glover was going to come out of the masseuse, the massage parlor. I didn't know if Diddy Glover was going to pop out. You know what I mean? So if I'm afraid of Diddy Glover popping up at a massage parlor, Usher, I can imagine the fear that you may still have for this dude. You probably looked at him like a father. You know what I mean? But we got to, listen.
If you want to join the...
I got to let y'all hear what Gene Deal said, what made Usher allegedly want to sue this man.
All connected by the same...
And tell me, because he didn't say what happened.
University.
He didn't say how you got put in the hospital, but if you put two and two together, we know what he's saying. You know what I mean? If you got to go to the hospital...
Looking at this...
From having intercourse, and Gene didn't even say that. But read between the lines on what Diddy Glover's ex-bodyguard is saying about Usher, Diddy putting him in the hospital. Tell me what y'all think that he's saying. Because I know what I think he's saying. Straight up.
Looking at this lawsuit, right, Lil Rod, he alleges that, Diddy told him personally that he had sex with Usher. And when you look at the lawsuit, even though they got Usher name redacted, you could tell who it is because they described him as the guy that performed at the Super Bowl.
Right.
So, I mean, we all know who that is, but how you feel about that, man?
Well, I mentioned that earlier, that he said about Stevie J. The Usher part, that's a touchy situation, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I had a certain feeling, and I felt a certain way when Usher got on Shay Shay, and I don't mean to mention other people's platforms, but he got on Shay Shay and he mentioned how great and how good Puff taught him and everything. You know what I'm saying? About the business. Right? I know, and people know, that was around that in that time that Puff and Usher did have a situation.
Wow.
And that situation...
Did y'all hear that? This is Diddy Glover's ex-bodyguard, Gene Deal. And like I said, I shout out to Gene Deal. You know what I mean? You heard Gene Deal just said for a fact, Usher and Diddy had a love affair. I don't have to say allegedly. Like Gene Deal, he was with them. This man ain't nobody that just talking on YouTube and just making up stories. I'll give him that. Now me, I'm going to comedically react to shit and put my own little comedic spin to it. But he was really, really there. Like, you can't dispute a man that was actually there and didn't allow Diddy to do weird ass shit. Gene Deal didn't like that. That young people who had talent and gifts and they wanted to go after their dream. And for me following Gene Deal and watching all of his lives and been watching him for years, like even before he cussed me out, he didn't even know. You know what I mean? When he said I wasn't funny, it kind of hurt my feelings for a minute. Just a second though. You know what I mean? Because I know, I said, damn, if he continue to keep watching me down the road, he gonna see it. He gonna be like, all right, that nigga is funny, but goddamn, just keep my name out your shit. I know he saw it by now. But no, anyway, he be dead ass serious. You know what I'm saying? And was actually there. So you can't dispute a person that was there. And he's not bitter about Diddy. Nothing. That's what people would say. Oh, he only bitter because he ain't with Diddy no more. No, I don't believe that. This is pure survival at this point. Smash that like button and share this video. We got to get it out there. And Usher, we going to need that confession, dude. Because y'all really had a love affair. And this is what Diddy ex-bodyguard just told you.
I know, and people know, that was around that in that time that Puff and Usher did have a situation.
Wow.
And that situation led Usher to the hospital. Now, I'll let Usher explain that to y'all. I'll let Usher tell that story.
Now, y'all tell me, what is he saying? What is he saying? Now, you understand why I had to rewind that. Gene Deal just said him and Diddy had something going on. They had a love affair. And it caused Usher to go to the hospital. What do you think that Usher went to the hospital for? And there's probably doctor records out there from that. I don't know how old he was, so I'm not going to make a joke if he was underage. But if he was overage, then he got his cheeks clapped. But if he was underage, like, I'm not going to, there's nothing funny about that. You know what I mean? Because clearly he's embarrassed about the situation because he don't even want to talk about it. That's crazy, guys. Diddy Glover put Usher in the hospital. This is my confession.
You know what I'm saying? About the business, right? I know, and people know, that was around that in that time that Puff and Usher did have a situation. And that situation led Usher to the hospital. Now, I'll let Usher explain that to y'all. I'll let Usher tell that story.
Wow.
But how dare you say a man that groomed you, you gonna give him a pass? Bro, you know I know. Let me reframe you on something. Remember, Usher? We was at the Swiss Hotel. Puff had Kim in the room. Had one of Keith Sweat's baby mothers in the big room outside the master bedroom. He came outside in his robe. She gave him a fellatio right there. His back was turned to me. She gave him a fellatio. You knocked on the door. I came and opened the door for you. Puff went in the room. You came in the room and kissed that girl dead in her mouth.
Wow. Wow. This is pure survival at this point. Now, you hear what Gene Deal just said. Usher, I came out the room and let you in. I opened the door for you. This man is Diddy Glover's ex-bodyguard. He opened the door for Usher. So why don't you just make a confession? Surviving the fact that Usher won't make a confession. He opened the door for you, Usher. Salute to the 1,500 people in the building, guys. Smash that like button. We are surviving Usher's confession and surviving that he's allegedly wanting to sue Gene Deal, Diddy Glover's ex-bodyguard, for saying that Diddy put him in the hospital. You kissed the girl in the mouth after she just ate Diddy Glover's pecker. Surviving the fact that you kissed that girl in the mouth after she ate Usher's pecker, after she ate Diddy's pecker. Who kisses a female in the mouth after watching her eat somebody else's pecker? Not your pecker, but somebody else's pecker. She done made that man's pecker disappear, and you came out and kissed her in the mouth. This is pure survival. So if Diddy had you groomed like that, Usher, we are here for you, dude. We don't give a fuck if you straight, gay, bi, whatever. You know what I mean? We are here for you, Usher. This is pure survival. If you had to go through that, you had to kiss girls in the mouth after they done gave performer a sex act on Diddy's Glover Pecker. This is crazy, guys. This is crazy. We are surviving
At
Diddy
the
Glover.
Swiss Hotel, Puff had Kim in the room, had one of Keith Sweat's baby mothers in the big room outside the master bedroom. He came outside in his robe. He came outside in his robe. She gave him a fellatio right there. His back was turned to me. She gave him a fellatio. You knocked on the door. I came and opened the door for you. Puff went in the room. You came in the room and kissed that girl dead in her mouth.
Wow.
Now I'm telling that because you taking up for somebody that you know and a lot of more people know didn't do you right.
Now, is Gene Deal wrong for that, y'all? I don't think Gene Deal is wrong. Gene Deal is saying you are running around out here every time you get on an interview, Usher, and people say something about Diddy, you're taking up for him. Knowing that that man did you wrong. Knowing what the hell he done took you through during survival. Usher, if this man allegedly put you in a goddamn hospital from clapping your cheeks, like to that point, if he allegedly gave you herpes and you got to take Valtrex forever, it could have an outbreak at any moment during performance, and you can have you could literally have an outbreak while you on skates. You on fucking skates, and then you itching all over the motherfucker, but it start to make it look like you skating real good. This is pure survival, Usher. That's not right. You know what I mean? That you can allegedly have herpes getting inside of your skates. You sitting there dancing and the motherfucker, you see a herpes just get up and then go get him a set of skates, and then now you just skating around with the herpes. They skating too. Come on, don't go nowhere, motherfucker, and then jump right in your pants again with a pair of skates on. This is pure survival. You know what I mean? Usher, you got to understand. Like, I'm not mad at Gene Deal. Like I said, this is allegedly, Usher or somebody in his team, it could be Usher's mother, that's threatening. I don't even know if Gene Deal know yet. I got the email. I got the DMs and shit. Motherfuckers saying, yo, go look at Gene Deal on the Art of Dialogue. And he said about Diddy going in the hospital, Usher going in the hospital, and now people talking about, oh, he gonna get sued or da-da. How is he gonna sue him? That's why Usher, I know you watch my videos. My shit get thousands and thousands. I don't even need nobody name besides Diddy Glover. You know what I'm talking about? But, the whole thing is, Gene Deal didn't say nothing wrong. He like, dude, do you remember me opening the door and letting you in? He's pretty much letting it know, look, dude, I was in front of you. I watched you kiss a female on the lips after she just swallowed Diddy Glover's kids. She swallowed Diddy Glover's children. She had bad boys going all down her throat and shit. You know what I'm talking about? And you went and kissed them motherfuckers. She probably spit them back in your mouth. You know what I'm saying? This is pure survival. That has got to be very gross. I don't know if you felt more connected to him when he walked out the room and you went and kissed her in the mouth to show him, yeah, Dad, look at this. This is my confession. Let it burn, goddammit. This is crazy. So Usher had to be mentally traumatized. So I'm not making fun, guys. But our last episodes, we couldn't do nothing comedic. But this one, goddammit, I'm going to be myself. Surviving the fact that I'm going to be myself. You know what I mean? So I ain't going to let y'all say, oh, why are you making fun of Usher? No, the fuck I'm not. Diddy Glover is allegedly the horrific person. Diddy Glover is the one. Not me, goddammit. I'm sitting here giving Usher a voice and letting Usher know that we are there for him. So if anybody on your team trying to sue Gene Deal or allegedly threatening to sue him, I'm standing up with Gene Deal. Not because he he threatened to kick my ass? No. I am a supporter of Gene Deal. Fuck all this. I'm about to go get 2 Gene Deal books. God damn it. Because Gene Deal was really literally there. Okay? Like, all jokes aside, though. Everything that this man said, out of anybody I heard on the internet speak about Diddy Glover, everything he said, from Kim Porter, from everything, came out to be true. Did you hear what Gene Deal said, that Keith Sweat baby moms was there? Usher can't deny what this man is saying. He know you. Look at Gene Deal face. Do you think I want to mess with that man? Even when he happy, he look mad. You know what I'm saying? I watch him every time he go live. He don't even know that. Look, even when he happy, he look mad. So you got to be careful. You know what I'm saying? But no, seriously though, man, like, you can't get mad at Gene Deal for just putting out the truth. And the fact of the matter is, Gene is disappointed in you because you're still protecting Diddy. You're still protecting Diddy. You still getting on interviews and like trying to make it like he's such a great person to protect his legacy. Diddy Glover's legacy is done. His legacy is done. You know what I mean? And I believe, I'm sorry to say, that criminal charges is going to come next. Not saying that he's going to be found guilty, but believe me, when you see the handcuffs and him being hauled out of somewhere and he can't go fake his death at the hospital no more, it's going to hit different. Like YFBJ Maine, it's going to hit different, goddammit. But Gene Deal know what he talking about, Usher.
Had one of Keith Sweat's baby mothers in the big room outside the master bedroom. He came outside in his robe. He came outside in his robe. She gave him a fellatio right there. His back was turned to me. She gave him a fellatio. You knocked on the door. I came and opened the door for you. Puff went in the room. You came in the room and kissed that girl dead in her mouth. Now I'm telling that because you taking up for somebody that you know and a lot of more people know didn't do you right when you was at Diddy camp.
Diddy camp.
Y'all put it together.
And what you mean by Diddy count?
Remember? He was on
Howard Stern.
one of the talk shows. The white guy with the curly hair. And he said, yo, would you send your son to Diddy camp? And Usher said, no. Ask him why he won't send him to Diddy camp. But yet and still you praise
Yes.
him.
Now think about that. God damn, I had a potato chip. Think about that. Howard Stern. Damn. We just talked earlier, and you trying to call me like, listen, like Gene Deal just said, why did Usher tell Howard Stern that he wouldn't send his kid to Diddy camp? If you know that Diddy is this great person, or he did all these wonderful things as far as your career, Usher, why won't you send your own kid to where you went, to Diddy camp? It's almost like you trying to protect him. Like, so he not lying about this. None of that.
You know, and a lot of more people know, didn't do you right when you was at Diddy camp.
Wow.
Y'all put it together.
And what you mean by Diddy count?
Remember? He was on one of the talk shows. The white guy with the curly hair. What's his name? The white guy with the curly hair. And he said, yo, would you send your son to Diddy camp? And Usher said, no. Ask him why he won't send him to Diddy camp. But yet and still you praise him.
Damn, man, and you said that, I know you can't go into detail, but you said that it was a situation where Diddy sent him to the hospital?
Let Usher explain that to you. Let Usher mama explain that to you.
Wow. Now you heard what he said. Let Usher explain why Diddy Glover sent Usher to the hospital. He said, let Usher's mother. So Usher's mother knew that he was in the hospital behind something that Diddy Glover done. So y'all tell me, what do you think that Diddy Glover did to Usher to put him in the hospital? He didn't beat him up. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, in my thoughts, and my thought process, I'm thinking that he must have penetrated Usher so badly where he bust his cherry wide open. You know what I mean? And the boy had to go to the hospital. You hear him saying, ask, if you want to know how Diddy Glover put Usher in the hospital, ask Usher and ask his mother. I've never heard this story ever. And I believe everything that Gene Deal is saying. I believe it. Simply because everything that this man said so far, since I've been watching him for the last 4 or 5 years, all of this stuff came to fruition. You know what I mean? Nobody knows this story. Well, now we do. But yeah, Gene Deal been around him. So come on, man. Like he said, ask Usher's mother.
Explain that to you.
Ask Usher's mother.
Let Usher mama explain that to you. And the hospital was in Scarsdale, New York.
Whoa. Whoa. Tell me Gene Deal ain't got no motherfucking receipts. He said the hospital was in Scarsdale, New York. How do he know that? Somebody tell me that. If this man ain't telling the truth, then how do he know what hospital Usher was at? Explain that.
Going into detail, but you said that it was a situation where Diddy sent him to the hospital?
Let Usher explain that to you. Let Usher mama explain that to you. And the hospital was in Scarsdale, New York.
Wow. So the hospital was in Scarsdale, New York. So this right here definitely happened for real. I don't know what it is that Usher is protecting Diddy Glover for, but I do know that certain people, when they're in victimized situations, usually their victimizer has something over them that makes them still protect that individual. You know what I mean? So Diddy Glover probably know voodoo. You know what I mean? He probably know voodoo. You know, you see Justin Bieber ain't saying nothing about Diddy Glover. His mother came out and said something. But I don't know, man. It's the powers that Diddy Glover still possess. But you see, the woman just came out from the Shine case and said that Diddy Glover shot her in the face. Now, some people may come out and try to get money. Granted, I'm not saying that Diddy Glover is guilty of none of these things. But all of this stuff, something has to be true. It's too much shit. You know what I mean? We can sweep under the rug of some shit, but all of this, man, like, and it's coming all at once. You know what I'm saying? So Usher, like I said, if you were as a kid that was out of your control, Diddy Glover already confessed to fighting and wrestling with you over cereal. So we know that's not your fault. You was a little kid just trying to get a bowl of cereal. And Diddy Glover tackled you on the bed just to get the cereal. This is pure survival at this point. You know what I mean? So the cereal fight, we knew that wasn't your fault. You know what I mean? So we praying for you, Usher. You just got married. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure you put all of this behind you. You got a woman that's there for you in your life that accept you for whatever you may have done. You know what I mean? Because that's how it be in most cases. Even if a person go both ways, 9 out of 10, they're going to find a woman that accept their other freaky lifestyle. I have a relative that has that situation. And his wife knew all about that stuff, his other life. All of the lights in here, baby. Upon the pride of once you feel this, turn on the lights in here, baby. I want to see everything. All of the life. Look, y'all know, y'all be like, yo, Jamil, how come you don't be knowing the lyrics to all your songs? I got good intentions, guys. This is pure survival. And if you're new to the channel, like and subscribe because we having a good time over here, guys. You know what I mean? I only tell y'all about the bad during surviving Diddy Glover, but I never tell y'all about the good. Like I told y'all, Diddy Glover got my food stamps turned off last year. You know what I mean? When I was surviving the welfare office, I survived the welfare office. Think about it. Y'all remember when y'all used to see me back then? Now look at me. Goddamn, listen, surviving Diddy Glover ain't too bad, is it? Look, that motherfucker, oh my God, that nigga done, you know what I mean? And that thing ain't fake either. So surviving Diddy Glover is starting to pay off, goddammit. But still, it doesn't stop the gay snipers that he be having across the street from my house. It doesn't stop. They still across the street from my house. But me and the gay snipers are cool. You know what I mean? Because they know Jamil love everybody. You know what I'm saying? And I understand that they must watch me. They must watch me. And I told you, I done took them some of the cake I got, you know what I mean, for my birthday. I took some ice cream, some cake, you know what I mean? Some motherfucking, some, I was surviving. I was surviving Diddy Glover on my motherfucking birthday. This is pure survival at this point, god damn it. So shout out to Gene Deal, man. And Gene, we standing with you. And like I told you guys, this is all allegedly. Allegedly, Diddy want to sue this man for saying what he just said. And to me, how can you sue a man that was there and witnessed you kiss a woman on the mouth with Diddy's children still on her tongue? After making Diddy's pecker disappear, you went and kissed the woman. When you look down and you was like, damn, Diddy, it's gone. Let me get that woman a kiss. Oh, I gotta give her a kiss. She's so creative. You know what I'm saying? This is pure survival. But Gene Deal ain't say nothing wrong, guys. So for the people that's coming in that didn't hear what Gene Deal said about Usher, man, you gotta listen to this shit.
Looking at this lawsuit, right, Lil Rod, he alleges that, Diddy told him personally that he had sex with Usher. And when you look at the lawsuit, even though they got Usher name redacted, you could tell who it is because they described him as the guy that performed at the Super Bowl.
Right.
So, I mean, we all know who that is, but how you feel about that, man?
Well, I mentioned that earlier, that he said about Stevie J. The Usher part, that's a touchy situation, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I had a certain feeling and I felt a certain way when Usher got on Shay Shay, and I don't mean to mention other people's platforms, but he got on Shay Shay and he mentioned how great and how good Puff taught him and everything. You know what I'm saying? About the business, right? I know, and people know, that was around that in that time that Puff and Usher did have a situation. And that situation led Usher to the hospital. Now,
So anybody that ever want to question if Diddy Glover and Usher ever had a love affair, if they ever had a secret love affair, this answers your question right now. Diddy Glover and Usher definitely had a love affair. I don't know if it, I believe he might have been, he was groomed definitely as a kid, but I don't know if they used to go together when he was a teenager. I don't know if they used to go together when he was in his early 20s. I don't know. Diddy Glover allegedly had a lot of boyfriends, a lot of girlfriends. You know what I'm saying? Salute to the 1,600 people in the building. We are surviving Diddy Glover, and we are surviving Usher's non-confessions because we still waiting to hear about the surviving, what you had to survive and endure, Usher. We know. We here for you, dude. We're on your side.
did have a situation.
Oh, say it again, Gene. They did have a what?
How great and how good Puff taught him and everything. You know what I'm saying? About the business, right? I know, and people know, that was around that in that time that Puff and Usher did have a situation. And that situation led Usher to the hospital. Now I let Usher explain that to y'all. I let Usher tell that story. But how dare you say a man that groomed you, you gonna give him a pass? Bro, you know I know. Let me reframe you on something. Remember, Usher? We was at the Swiss Hotel. Puff had Kim in the room, had one of Keith Sweat's baby mothers in the big room outside the master bedroom. He came outside in his robe. She gave him a fellatio right there. His back was turned to me. She gave him a fellatio. You knocked on the door. I came and opened the door for you. Puff went in the room. You came in the room and kissed that girl dead in her mouth.
Wow. And there's no way that you can dispute that. He said Puff came out in a robe. And I don't know why I'm looking like Diddy Glover right now. It's 1,700 people out there, and I'm in the robe. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of given the Diddy Glover vibes. During survival, I've been surviving Diddy Glover, and I'm getting the Diddy Glover vibes. Surviving the fact that I'm giving the Diddy Glover vibes. But I'm not Diddy Glover. I'm here to make fun of Diddy Glover. Salute to the 1,800 people. We got 1,800 people watching right now, guys, while we are surviving Diddy Glover and we are surviving Usher's confessions. You know what I'm saying? I want to ask y'all what cities, what states, what countries and everything that you guys are in, because this is pure survival at this point. But there's so many people watching right now, 1,800 people to be exact. I don't even know how to, if I say where y'all at, it's just, I'm going to be reading off shit forever. Oh my God, Poland. Goodness gracious. Bro, I love you. Los Angeles, California. Look, I'm going to try to read them. Texas, Washington, D.C., Clinton, Ohio, Texas. Damn, that shit going fast. I can't even read a lot of shit. California, Chicago, Jamaica in the building. Oh my God, India. Shit. Got New York. All right, y'all need to stop. Boston, South Texas. Oh my God, Spain. What the fuck? All you motherfuckers watching me right now? United Kingdom. Oh my God, Florida, Kentucky. We are surviving Diddy Glover all over the goddamn globe. Y'all need to stop, because now I'm getting the free. Oh my goodness, countries I don't even know how to name that's watching right now. This is pure survival at this point, guys. We are surviving Diddy Glover. Salute to all of y'all, man. Every city, every state, every country. So everybody know across the world, Diddy Glover, what you allegedly are being accused of. And we all know what Usher endured and what Usher is just afraid to confess right about now. This is crazy, guys. Hawaii in the motherfucker. Wow.
I came and opened the door for you. Puff went in the room. You came in the room and kissed that girl dead in her mouth.
Wow.
Now I'm telling that because you taking up for somebody that you know and a lot of more people know didn't do you right when you was at Diddy camp. Y'all put it together.
And what you mean by Diddy count?
Remember? He was on one of the talk shows, the white guy with the curly hair.
Howard Stern.
What's his name?
Howard Stern.
The white guy with the curly hair. And he said, yo, would you send your son to Diddy camp? And Usher said, no. Ask him why he won't send him to Diddy camp.
And that is a fact, guys. If Usher didn't go through nothing with Diddy, why wouldn't you send your kids to Diddy camp, Usher? Let us know, goddammit. If I'm gonna tell it, then I gotta tell it all. Damn near bled inside my drawers. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but these are my confessions. Yo, this is pure survival. And we not making fun of Usher, guys. We are not making fun of Usher. All right? But you know I gotta be my goddamn self. Because Usher is grown right now. Usher got a whole full-blown wife. We all sat there and was teasing Swiss Beats. Like, how could you let Usher group up all on your wife on skates? You know what I'm saying? Like, on skates. Look what he did to Alicia Keys. You know what I mean? Swiss Beats came out instantly. Like, look, y'all got me fucked up, goddammit. I don't care. This is a part. I was at every rehearsal. This was planned, goddammit. I love mine. I'm not afraid. You know, Swiss Beats had to let y'all know, look, dude, I'm not worrying about her being with Usher. Because we know Usher ain't really a big fan of women. You know what I mean? Like that. He has a wife, but Swiss Beats know shit about Usher. That Usher is more like the girlfriend of Alicia Keys. So she didn't take it as, oh, it's a man grouping up that's really trying to stick his Johnson and Johnson inside of my situation. She didn't look at it like that. She looked like, this my girlfriend, Usher. You know what I'm saying? This is for real. Like Kiki Palmer mom said the same thing. Kiki Palmer mom was like, listen, she didn't look at Usher like that. Usher, got some boyfriends and stuff, which we not against, but she didn't look at him as a threat. You know what I'm saying? Usher's entertainer. He was born to do the shit that he's doing. You know what I mean? And he's a bad motherfucker at doing what he doing in a good way. You know what I mean? But Usher got married that night. He got married that night. So it was like, and then nobody highlighted that man got off them skates and went and got motherfucker married. You know what I'm saying? This is pure survival. So you know that he's okay from the things that he endured with Diddy Glover. He survived. Gene Deal just feels some kind of way that every time Usher get asked about Diddy Glover, even during survival, Usher keep trying to say some good shit about Diddy. Like, yeah, he helped my music career. Okay, we know he did that, but what did he do? What did he do when he put you in the hospital? How come that stuff don't matter to you no more? I mean, I know you outgrown it, but if somebody did something to me, like in that kind of way, oh no, I'm never gonna forget it. I'm gonna be traumatized forever. You know what I mean? Now, I'm gonna overcome it, but one day I ain't gonna be ashamed to say, look, yeah, he did do that to me. I don't think people gonna stop following me if I said, look, hey, look, the man took advantage of me, you know what I mean? And, some of the time I started liking it and, you know what I mean? But I'm back over here now. People still going to love you, man. This whole generation of world is totally different. You can try to be racist towards whoever you want to be, but believe me, you're going to be over there on that side by yourself. The world is open now. This the new era, the new generation. You know what I mean? They got a whole new thing going on. So either you get with it or get away from it. Don't mean you got to do something that you don't do. You know what I mean? Don't mean, hey, I'm not into men. That don't mean you got to go get you a boyfriend. No, but if you see somebody and they at a picnic, two guys, hey, y'all have a good time. You know what I mean? You can't be like, oh, what the hell? No, that's their business. You know what I'm saying? And this is your business. Or two women kissing, I remember one time some girl from my neighborhood, she's into women. You know what I mean? She's a lesbian. And I saw her in Harrisburg, PA, and I knew her as a young girl. You know what I mean? She older now, like in her late 20s. And I didn't know, like she kind of dressed like a boy. Like she's like real butched out. Like she's super gangster. So I didn't know, like I wanted to like give her like a hug, but she kind of like pulled me in with like a hand, like a gangster handshake. I was like, oh shit, like I didn't even know how to, you know what I mean? Like say hi to her. So, but I had to respect, like this is what she into, you know what I mean? And then she had a girlfriend with me and everything. And looked like, Jamil, yeah, don't be looking at my motherfucker. God damn it. I know you funny, but don't try to make her laugh. Like, I'm like, no, I don't want no trouble with you, young Miami. I don't want no trouble with you, young Miami. I love everybody. This is pure survival at this point. You know what I mean? But shout out to Usher, man. Usher, whenever you get the heart to come out and confess, dude, we still gonna love you no matter what. Your Super Bowl performance, let it be known, you still got a lot of talent. I'm not going to front. Like, just putting the skates on alone. Like, if I had to do that shit you did, trust and believe me, that whole show would have been, like, the way I'm a diabetic, I would have had to have a motherfucking albuterol up there on stage. I'm up there, I'm the slowest person on skates. They looking at me and I done fell the fuck out like I got slapped by Will Smith live on air. I would have destroyed the whole show. But it was definitely a great performance, man. Salute to everybody in the building. Usher, his team, his fans, whoever allegedly threatening to sue Diddy Glover's ex-bodyguard, Gene Deal, for exposing the truth. You know what I mean? I don't really think nothing's gonna come about it. You know, and this was another crazy episode, of Surviving Diddy Glover. If you're new to the channel, like and subscribe and stay tuned because we'll be back with another episode of Surviving Diddy Glover. Surviving Diddy Glover.